but first please let's understand how you will be using Zoom software. Although I can see participants are 221, and you will see the Q&A question and answer tab there. You can post your questions there so that we, Mr. Rana Intezar will be answering the questions. If it is technical, more technical, then I'll be answering the questions. So let me share the screen. Panelist. Okay. Please confirm if you guys can see my screen.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, that's
yes,
fine. That's fine. That's fine. Thanks. So guys, this program is about the Power BI business intelligence. What is business intelligence? We are listing a lot about artificial intelligence, the automation, and machine learning, predictive analysis. So this program is mandatory for you all to learn so that you can be on the right path. Yes, okay. See, Gartner has issued one report for the business intelligence. If you can see here, the quadrant analytics of the business intelligence platform. And the report was issued in Q1 2020. Now you can see who is the leader in the market. Microsoft is surely the leader in the market, followed by Tableau. Okay. Now, Microsoft started its Power BI from July 24, 2015, and since then, it is publishing the updates every month. I think in the last, from year 2020, now it is publishing its updates after every quarter. Now it would be maybe for 2 months or quarter. So what is the big data and what is the use of Power BI? The term big data has been around since 1990s, yet the explosion of data in the past few years has driven from its relevance and importance. Now, at present, the world is already generating the estimated 2.5 exabytes of data every day, and it is expected 463 exabytes daily by 2025. So there is the report about big data that the finance professional or the data analyst cannot handle the data due to the chaotic of the data or the data dungeon technique, because there's a hell of data and analysis is not possible with the help of Excel only. If you can click this link, you will read this report. Okay, next, why we use Power BI. Just imagine that you are given the data dungeon, the data of, let's suppose 25 years, how you will be handling. So this is the challenge. Okay, why use Power BI? Because it is free. It starts from free and then minimal upfront cost, only $10 per month per user. And because it is having the big data connectivity, live query connections, it can connect with your multiple files, file types, in fact, CSV, Excel, text files, and many other options, even SQL Server, Oracle database, SAP database. So these are some of the questions regarding Power BI. These are the important links. What is Power BI? How you can download Power BI? What are the Power BI pricing? And what is Power BI e-learning? If you click on these links, you will get about, what is Power BI? Just click the link. To download desktop free, of course, the link is there. You can download by clicking the link. Next is, see, knowledge is power, learn how to use it. So why we all are here. This is a little brief introduction about myself. I have over 19 years of working experience. I'm in training since last 10 years. I have delivered trainings in Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arab, Pakistan, and UAE. I have many certifications. I'm Microsoft certified trainer, Microsoft certified solution associates of BI reporting. I'm Tableau certified Tableau analyst and data scientist. All these, all both programs are leaders in the market, Tableau and Microsoft. But I will choose Power BI to learn from the start, because you are already familiar with Excel. Later on, we will get to know that why we should use Power BI. It's not a new software for you guys. If you are already learning Excel, if you are already using Excel, in fact. Next is, there are some certifications you can go with. You can choose exam. First is 77, 78, 77, 79. Both the programs are Power BI related. First one is purely for Power BI standalone edition. The second one is analyzing and visualizing data with Microsoft Excel. So both exams are correlated with each other. First one is purely on Power BI. Second one is on Excel. And let me tell you one thing, it's basically a power pack of four power features. Like first one is a Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, and Power Map. All four programs are supported by Power BI and Excel as well. So why these are interrelated with each other. I have mentioned the link. You can go to the link and check the exam. If you clear both exams, you will get MCSA title. As I shown in my profile, I'm MCSA and holds this title. So if you clear both exams, you will get MCSA title. And there are 70% marks to clear the exam. New exam has just been introduced, I think in the month of April, from 5th April or 10th April. It was live. Now you can sit in this exam. This program has replaced 778. This exam, analyzing data with Microsoft Power BI, but it is beta exam. Guys, I started learning on Power BI since 2011, and you will be amazed that Power BI just available for the public in 2015. How I started, because in Excel it was already there, all the features. Power Query, it was separate, software at that time. Then Power View and Power Pivot. Power Map and these things were introduced in 2013, if I'm not wrong. Okay. What you will learn, I think you can hear my voice clearly. If not, please raise your hands. Simple method to analyze data with Power BI. We will be learning simple methods and gain insights in terms of visualizations. Automate your manual reporting process. We are using Excel since past 2 decades, right? Now we have seen that still we are not able to connect our reports with our database. So we'll be learning how we can connect. Prerequisites are fundamental for Excel. Knowledge is an added advantage. If you know, yeah, that would be much better. Knowledge of Excel pivot table. Yes, this is important. If you have knowledge of Excel pivot table, Power BI will work exactly on the same pattern. So, okay, what is Power BI? Now you will see on the right hand my screen. The visualization. This Power BI is a collection of software services that works together to turn your unrelated sources of data, so that we can correlate, we can relate, we can create a relationship between the tables, between the data from the different sources. So this is about Power BI. Then Power BI let you easily connect to your data sources, visualize or discover what's important. Yes, we'll be creating report based on our requirement. Okay, go back. These are the Power BI fundamentals, as I have already told: Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View, and Power Map. Sharing and collaboration. These are the 4 building blocks of Power BI. First one is the data sets, where you can place your data. For Power BI, you must have the tabular form of the data, like in columnar form. You can see here, there's no extra rows or extra columns. Yeah, it is the table mode. If you are familiar with Excel tables, you will get to know what is the tabular data. You know, when Excel tables were first introduced in Office 2007, then reports. The other building blocks is reports you can create based on your database, and then visualization. You can create visualization, and your visualizations are based on the tiles. Just let me read some of the comments, then we'll move forward. Okay, I think that's fine. Questions for Power BI. Okay, so these are some dummy questions that why we are using Power BI and what Power BI can do. As I told you before, that data would be from different sources. Let's suppose source A is Excel, source 2 is your text file, source 3 is your SQL database, source 4 will be from the live data, I mean from the web. Yes, you can connect all your data and relate, and how we can create relationship that will learn. So these are the questions. How much sales or profit margin earned this year? What are the margin compared to previous years? What is the sales trends of past 5 years? Which product sells fastest? Which gives the most profit? Which salesman has most sales growth in 2020? Which region is giving us the low margin? These are some of the questions that why we are using Power BI. Remember, for Excel, you take hell of your time. Hell of your time means, because first you create your data sources, tables, then you do VLOOKUP or index match, offset. I mean, these are the techniques to fetch data from one table to another table. So these are the data connectivity: discover, analyze, visualize, and explore. Connect to data source. Power BI can connect to multiple text files, multiple CSV files, connecting an Excel file, connecting multiple Excel files, connecting Excel tables, building connections to a folder. Even if there are multiple Excel files, multiple CSV files, multiple Access files, yes, you can connect with all those by mentioning connect with the folder. Combine all files into one table, and even you can combine all the files into one table. What is the example? Like you have sales for the month of January to June. Yes, you fetch there in a folder, you can combine all the files into one single table. Sales from Jan to June. Okay, so this is the little bit course introduction, course outline we already know. So let me just skip this slide. These are the reports. This I have prepared precisely for this Power BI training. Contoso dashboard, the first dashboard I have prepared. See, as I was mentioning, these are the data. These are the tables. Now read at the left side from here. These are 5 tables in MS Access database. All you need to do is pull all the 5 tables using Power Query. There are 5 separate sheets or tables in Access. You have to connect with using the Power Query, then connect all the tables like VLOOKUP in Excel. Like you do VLOOKUP, there may be 10 columns, there may be 15, there may be 5. So you have to bring all the columns using VLOOKUP. So first one was connection, second was connect the tables using VLOOKUP. The next step, what you would do, build appropriate relationship. Then when write necessary DAX, I'll be telling what is DAX. DAX is basically the data analysis expressions. By using Power BI, you will be given an opportunity to learn the 2 powerful language. First one is M language. M is for data monkey, which works for Power Query, and the second one is DAX, data analysis expressions, and DAX is used in data modeling, the Power Pivot. Then in the end, you build a dashboard. You'll see this is the dummy data we have in Microsoft Access. So there are 5 tables. First is the date table. Second is the product category. Third is the product subcategory. Fourth one is the products, right? And the main table, which is sales table. Sales tables have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has 7 columns. It has almost 7 columns, 5 columns, and date may have, I think 13 or 15 columns. You can imagine that how many VLOOKUP you need to pull data from one table to another table. Then you will do, first you will pull all the categories, all the columns into one table, which is sales. Then all the date columns into sales, all the product set category into sales. I'm talking about Excel. Then all the columns from product to sales. So this would create one single table which will be having all of the columns from products, product subcategory, product categories, and dates. Then you can create your reports and see, based on these 5 tables, how we can create a beautiful dashboard, the beautiful visualization. Sales dashboard. Now see what it gives you. Just check that I have mentioned here total sales, total cost. If I go back to previous slide, see, you have total sales and return amount and total cost. Yes, total cost, but you do not have any total profits or GP percentage. You can create with using DAX function. So these two you do not have in your basic database, but still you can fetch your table into one Power BI and you can create beautiful reports. So I have created here sales bound by brand name, by amount date key, sales bound by product category, total profits calendar year wise, sales bound and total cost by calendar quarter level and year wise. You can see here quarters and years, and this is the trend. If you see what is this, this is like a slicer in Excel. If you have used that, that is very beautiful for interactive report. If I click on 2007, if I click on 2008, it will give you the results accordingly. The next is, if time allows, we can move forward. Although I have created this another beautiful dashboard, which is the current month and year-to-date profit and loss dashboard. So this is your data. You can see our data is in not in it is in tabular form, but it is more than a report. Why it is a report? See, we have months in separate columns, but practically what is the definition of data, tabular data? Yes, this is fine. Description is fine. Every month, month column should be separate. Here should be a column month, Jan, Feb, so on. So these all accounts and description should be repeated. One for January, for February, and so on. Mapping P&L, and consider these are 3 years. We have 3 Excel sheets, not only for 2017, but for 2018. Guys, please excuse my writing. I'm very bad in writing. To 2019 as well. So we have data for 2017. This is 2017. 18 is also there. 19 is also there. There are 2 separate files. We can connect separately with the help of Power Query. Now, first one is to consolidate 3 years monthly data, and then the second is the mapping chart. What is the mapping chart? If you see here, accounts. Let me show you. Yes, income statement 3 axis. So let's suppose IX3 XX is the operating. These all are operating expenses. Okay. So we want data to be summarized, to be aggregated based on IS3X, and the title should be operating expenses. And we have mapping of accounts in a separate table. So how we can connect this, we will learn. Create a data table, and we will be using DAX to produce these two most variable functions. Build dashboards, then this is our ultimate requirement. So let's see how we can create dashboard with the help of this database. Guys, let me go back and see. These are the data we have. This is the first file. We have two other files for year 2018 and 19. Now, based on that, we have created this dashboard. Now see, revenue, okay, two portion. Cost of sales, one line. For operating expenses, as I mentioned, let me go back, this is IS 3XX. Let me go back. Yes, see, this is 3XX. This is the aggregation. Now, based on, if you sum all these values in the table, you will get the answer in separate columns. Like accounting fee, advertising and marketing, bank charges, so on. And we have created P&L by product. Now you'll see the card. This is called the card visual. This is the card visual. Year to date profit. This is based on the 3 months. And yearly net profit. This is based on 12 months. Here I have selected 3 periods. Even you can create slicer based on the quarters as well. And I have already created in my report. If time allows me, I'll show you how I have created. Next one is the year to date profit and loss for selected period. So we have a beautiful waterfall chart. You can see sales starts from 0.27. This is 0.27 in terms of million. Then we have cost of sales 0.08. Then operating expenses. So this is another chart. Now let me move further. There's another sales dashboard. Data is on the different pattern. Now I have created data based on the 2 years, and there are segments. These are the slicers. Now you will see total sales and gross margin by country, and the data is in the geo form. If you remember, I have shown before the building block slide. There are different countries. Now you will see the data is total sales and gross margin. Okay, just a minute, let me read a question if there are questions. Just a minute. Now see, I have just erroneously clicked on the link, and it has shown it has jumped to that link. Now go back to the presentation. Let me first finish the presentation, what it is included in this whole pack. Then we'll move further to prepare how we can use Power BI to prepare dashboards and visualization. So there's another dashboard, multi-table dashboard. If you see, these are the DAX, and DAX is basically the brain. I'll be explaining later how it is called a brain. It calculates formula once. If you need, let's suppose 1 million VLOOKUPs, 1 million VLOOKUPs, rather than creating 1 million VLOOKUP, you can create a relationship and prepare your measure. For total quantity, you prepare only, just a minute, sorry. Yeah, for this, okay, you created once. Now this you have created once, total sales, total quantity, total cost, and gross margin, margin profit. These are the 5 DAX formulas you will be creating once to help you prepare a dashboard. Now see, sales and margin, gross margin by product, sales by age group, sales by customer gender, and total sales by total cost. Because this is the full pack. Now let's take few minutes just to read the questions. I think everyone know how to put their questions on Q&A tab. You will be seeing Q&A tab apart from just slide from the participation tab, and there you can type your questions. I can see there are many questions. Zulfikar Ali Meal style. I think our esteemed member, Mr. Rana Intezar, will be answering a few of the questions, and rest I'll be answering. But first, let me just read the questions. Power Pivot uses DAX function. That is important in Power BI. Connectivity, yes, Syed Hassan, that's correct. Then, Syed Hassan, please also include important data transformation. Okay. Intezar would like to answer. Okay, we have connected with real-time data on web. Yes, Mr. Zulfikar Ali Mir, yes, we can create live connection with the web data. If you have seen the COVID-19 data trends, and many people have already created reports on with the help of Power BI, even with the help of other sources, ClickView, ClickSense, and Tableau, etc. Encode could be done using UI and then amended. I do like that Power Pivot using DAX. Yes, Syed Hassan making implicit mirrors. Okay, fine. Admin sir, can you share the slides via email? Yes, slides I have already requested ICMA to share with you guys. If you didn't receive, they will be sharing. Then Talha, I believe many participants would understand building reports as per their business. Yes. Okay, so these are general questions. Please also share Excel files so that we can. Yes, Umar Farooq, I'll be sharing Excel file at present. I want you to just focus on whatever I'm teaching here so that you can learn the tricks and trades of Power BI. And you can create different multiple dashboards. Should we use MS Access for database? For database, yes, you can use because MS Access is purely a database. Although I have been using MS Access since 2003, but I was in oil and gas sector at that time, and there was huge data. Yes, you can create. You can maintain, in fact. Okay. Moving towards the next slide. I think. Stuck here, sorry for that. I don't know what's happening. Okay. After that, this is the basic level program. I have two most beautiful programs, which are the next level program: Advanced Power BI and Analytics and Mastering Power BI and Visualization, which may be even announced later. And guys, these are my contact details. You can contact anytime. This is my WhatsApp number, my Saudi number, my Gmail, and LinkedIn. So you can connect and ask whatever the question. You can even recommend my skills on the LinkedIn. So these are the slides. So let me close these slides. No, I don't want to keep this notation. Let me close these slides. So guys, before we move forward, if you have any technical questions, I would love to answer, please. So let me just read before we move forward. I myself use Power BI Advanced Excel for corporate reporting, for data meshing. Also use Python, pandas using library. I think Syed Hassan, I believe this program is not for you if you are already using Python, because this is very basic level program. Umar Farooq, please also share Excel file. Yes, I'll be sharing Excel file. So let's take 1 to 2 minutes break before we move forward practically. Guys, if you have any specific question, if you have understand what Power BI is, that's I mean, good thing. If you haven't understand what is Power BI, what is DAX, and don't bother. But important is you should know why we are using Power BI. We have attendees 242 at the moment. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, guys, I have already shared a link with you to download the Power BI desktop version, which is free. If not, you can type here. Let's suppose you can type here, download Power BI desktop. So guys, there is a poll. Just you can participate in the poll. Power BI download. See, click on the link. Download Power BI tools and app. You can see here, these are the products. In today's program, I'll be using Power BI desktop version. So there is another Power BI online, Power BI Pro, Premium, Mobile, Embedded, Report Server. But for this, I'll be using Power BI desktop. You can click the link. I have the link I have shown is directly, will drag you here. Now see download options and languages. There are, if you click on the details, you will be seeing that there is a 64-bit, there is a 32-bit version. Which version will serve you? You should install. These are the installation instructions. Once you will click on the download, you will get to know, if either you are using 32-bit version or 64-bit version. So please download as per your system's requirement. There are a few questions on my screen. Give me please little time. Question was, Power BI is useful to create dashboard. Okay. Yes, Power BI is useful to create dashboard. Guys, please don't mix two things. One is Power BI. The second one is Power BI desktop. Through Power BI desktop, you can create reports, not dashboards. Please understand very clearly. Power BI desktop is not a dashboard tool, it's a reporting tool. You can create multiple reports, you can publish on the net, and on the net you can use Power BI. I will show you later what is Power BI on the web. Advantages are, if you are not available in your home or in your office, you're on a journey and you're sitting relaxed, you can see all the reports. If you have net access, you can see reports, you can see your visual on your mobile phone. If you have tab, yes, you can connect with your tab. If you are in your office, you can you can access over the desktop or live version. If you are home, same as for the office requirement. Now, question is the dashboard. Power BI is useful to create dashboard. Yes, it is. It is useful to create dashboard. But let me tell you, Power BI desktop is not a dashboard tool. It's a reporting tool. You will realize it later. So let me close these tabs. So hopefully everyone has already downloaded. Let me close these slides as well. Don't save. And see, guys, can you see Power BI desktop shortcut on my screen? Yes, I have created this shortcut on my what it is called on the ribbon or something. Okay, let me just click on the Power BI desktop. Okay, guys, before I click, let me show you the first file which I have already shown, the Microsoft Access file, Contoso data dashboard. Data file first. Okay, I have Contoso sales practice data both in Excel and in Access. So let me first show in Access. Enable content. Can you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reports? Right. See, first one we have date. If you have not used Access, so it is very simple. Just double click on the date. You will see the column date. The database in the tabular form right here. Date key, full data key, date script, calendar year name, calendar half year, and so on. The next one is, if you see here, this on the above, right after the custom, you will see dates. If I double click on the product category, it will open you another table. So another table products, another table subcategories, another table sales. So these are the 5 tables which are not interlinked with each other. And let me show you what I require. Let's suppose, in fact, what we require, okay, sales amount. We have sales amount of in different columns based on the product key, and the product key is the unique key. One is assigned with, if I go to product, so this is the product key. Can you see here? Product key. One is assigned to this product name. Brand name is Contoso. Second number is also Contoso. And there are two more tables, the numerical table, unit cost and unit price.
Hello, Mr. Asif. We're not able to see your screen.
Sorry?
We're not able to see your screen.
Just a minute, let me check. Mr. Freed, can you see now?
Yes, coming.
Oh, thanks. Guys, sorry for the interruption. Okay, let me repeat. I have one database in Microsoft Access. There are 5 tables. I was mentioning, see, the first table is the date. Second table is the product category. Third table is products. Fourth, product subcategories. Number 5th table is the sales table. This is the main table. You can filter your records. You can slice and dice your requirements based on these 4 tables. Suppose you want your sales or your total cost based on calendar year, right? Or based on your brand name, based on your product subcategory name, based on your product category name and subcategory name. So you can create relationship instead of writing VLOOKUP. Okay, so these are the 5 tables we have in Microsoft Access, and let me close this file. I have another file, same file I have in Microsoft Excel. Hopefully you are watching my screen now. Okay.
Yes, we are watching.
Thank you, Mr. Kamar. Guys, these are the 5 tables. I have just copy paste from Microsoft Access. In fact, I have just linked and pulled data over here using Power Query. So we'll learn how we can use Power Query to pull data from anywhere else. Okay, so first is the sales table. Second is the product subcategories. Third is the product. Fourth is the product categories. And in the last, we have dates. Our main table is sales. Okay, how many number of records are there? There are 33,565 number of records, excluding first the header line. Guys, if you need to pull data, if you need to pull one record, that is the calendar year from calendar table. Date table or calendar table. Okay, you need to pull data from here. How many VLOOKUPs you require? Of course, you would need 33,565 VLOOKUPs. How? Okay, let me write a formula. VLOOKUP, and based is the date key. Date key is our VLOOKUP. Then let me drag to date key. Okay, from date key 1, 2, 3, 4th. 4th column we need calendar year. Date key, comma, 4.
Your screen stop again.
Just a minute. I think why it is happening that I have. Do I need to share each and every time my screen?
I think because it stopped. Last time you moved to the Excel and Access, but it stopped now.
Okay, not sure. Let me go back to meeting control room. New share. Now can you watch?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys, I was writing a formula to pull calendar year from the date table. So date table is here and sales table is in column. Okay, sales table is here. Is equal to what formula you will write? Of course, VLOOKUP. Date key is the unique key from the date table. Okay, so start from the date key, then column number 4 and exact match in our case. Now I will mention here year. So how many VLOOKUPs if I add or count? Can you see how many counts? 33,566. This is 33,566. This is for one record. What about if I have, let's suppose, how many columns are there? There are 4 columns. Leaving first column, which is key. 4 plus 6 plus 3, 4 plus 6, 10, 13, and in the date column there are 14. So 27 columns. If we need 27 columns, how many VLOOKUPs will be needing? Almost 900,000. So instead of writing 900,000 VLOOKUP to to bring data on one single table, we'll be using another powerful feature. So let me pull another table from another category from the products. VLOOKUP. So product key is this one, comma, product is a product key. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth number is the brand name. Okay, so what I'll be doing, comma, fifth, comma, exact match. Mention false or 0. It works the same. So these are the product name. Now, if I select, or just select one single cell, because this is a table form. How it is a table form? See, if I click here, you will see here any any other after the pivot table, any other tab like table design. Yes. So this is a table. So summarize with pivot table. I click on the pivot table. Okay. Now you can see total sales or total cost by year and brand wise. So year, okay, we mentioned here, or year in. So guys, this is pivot table. So you all might have work in pivot table. So it is very easy to drag and drop using pivot table. If we need by product name in the column, we can just drag there, or drag here. If we need years on the columns, you can drag years on the columns. This is exactly the pivot table. If you have already worked in the pivot table, so it would be really very easy to create visualization in Power BI. I think here you understand what is our requirement and why we are using Power BI or Power Features. Although we have Power Feature in MS Excel as well, we will come later on MS Excel. Let me close this file. Screen sharing has stopped. I'll be sharing my screen again. Just a minute. Okay. Let me open Power BI file and share share my screen. Screen sharing. Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Screen sharing has stopped. I don't know why there's a message it is stopped. So let me just start. Again stopped?
Yes.
Screen sharing and Power BI. Yes, I think now you'll be able to see my screen, right?
Yes, coming.
Thank you, thank you. Guys, I have downloaded earlier, and now I have just opened the blank file in Power BI desktop version. Now you will see here, the left side is the get data, recent sources. These are the recent sources which I have already opened other reports, and these are the sample files. What's new in Power BI forums, Power BI blogs, tutorials. It is very easy. Once you have downloaded your Power BI desktop, you will be able to see all these links, and you just need to click on any. Let's suppose this is the download a sample. You will just click on the link, and it will travel to the Power BI section on the web, and you will be able to download your required information. Okay, it is. I have already created my login. Guys, let me tell you one thing, that this Power BI, either Tableau, ClickSense, any dashboard visualization tool, which it's compatible only with your work email address. It will not work on your Gmail, Hotmail, or Yahoo. So because it's related to corporate sector, so you need to create your login on the work ID. Okay, guys, can you see here the get data? First section is the get data. Get data is, if you remember, I have mentioned, there are 4 building blocks. The first block was building block was the data sets. You need to connect your data with the help of this powerful tool. So it is called the engine. You need to choose engine to pull data either from Excel, text, Power Pivot, or SharePoint, PDF, or folder. See here, as soon as I click on the get data, there are all, leave the all part. These are the files. You can create link. It's a link. It will not bring data into Power BI, but it will bring virtually. Okay, Excel you can create with you can create link with Excel, text, XML. You can see here Excel, text, XML, JSON, folder, and PDF. And these are the databases. Access is database, and I think one member asked, can we create database in Access? Yes, Access is already a database, so you can create database. SQL Server, Oracle database, IBM, MySQL. You can see here a lot, including SAP, Impala. These are the databases available. These are basically the engine. As soon as you will click on this any link, let's suppose on Microsoft Access, so that engine will work and pull data based on your requirement. Power Platform. There are also Azure services, Azure SQL Service Database, Azure SQL Data Warehouse, Azure Blob Storage, etc. And even you can create link with online services like SharePoint, Microsoft Exchange, Dynamics 365, Salesforce, Google Analytics, and many other. If you see, you'll be having a lot through which you can link your database. In the last, others. In others, you can see there is a web. Let's suppose we want to create a dashboard on the COVID database. So you would be clicking on the web and mention the web address. It will pull data wherever the records are being updated through GitHub, through any other software or any other services. So for our purpose, I'll be connecting my database through Microsoft Access. Connect my database. So this is the database. If you see here the file name is only access database. Okay, I have already mentioned, I mean, in the desktop folder, ICMA Power BI, the also database, and this is the database. Now you can see there were two files, Excel and Access. If I mentioned here, if I show you from here, yes, all files, Excel and Access. But since we have chosen the first engine is the Microsoft Access, we'll be needing Access files. So let's go back and choose Microsoft Access. Okay, so this is the database, guys. This is really very amazing. It is the first power feature of Power Pack, which is the Power Query. It will pull data using Power Query. Now see what has happened. Navigator. On the left side, there are the navigators. Just a minute, guys. Let me read questions. Okay. Let's give me 2 minutes to read these questions. There are
Mr.
questions.
Asif, meanwhile, you can ask to IT for the poll of question. We prepared some questions, so we can ask participant to give the answer for those.
Yes. I think IT is listening. Mr. IT, can you please help us? I mean, getting another poll so that I can read questions, important questions, please. Thank you. Can we use? Can we read PDF file as well? But my question is, for example, there are hundreds of invoices in PDF. Okay, guys, if there are more technical questions, we will be having 30 minutes after this session for this specific questions and answers. And even if time doesn't allow us, because I can see there are more than 240 participants right now. If time allows, we can answer. If time doesn't, even I'll be answering your questions later, I mean, after this session, and we'll submit to ICMA so that ICMA can submit the relevant or to all, I mean, as per their convenience. So guys, okay, let's move forward. We have now 5 files. First one is the date. Now, as soon as I'll click on the date, not on the part of this checkbox, I'll be clicking on the data set. Okay, now first data set is the date. Did you see here the date key, full date label, description? The fourth column, if you remember in my Excel file, was calendar year. This is exactly the replica of whatever was in Excel, or I mean Microsoft Access. So this, we have just created a connection. We are not pulling data into Power BI. I just created a connection with the help of Power Query. So these are the calendar years. Now, if we move forward, there are all the columns which were appearing in Microsoft Access. Okay, next table is the product category. The other table was the product. Another table, the fourth table, the product subcategory, and in the end, the main table, which is also called the fact table. These are called practically in terms of data modeling, the dimension tables through which you can filter results. Let's suppose sales are being filtered maybe on the basis of calendar, on the basis of months or quarters or years, or sales may be filtered with product categories and with the products or with the product subcategories. So we'll learn later. It is very important to notice and focus on your questions. What was your questions? If you remember, I have shown in the slides there were 6 questions. Your questions may be different. So who your audience is, for whom you are preparing your dashboards, for whom you are preparing your reports. These are the questions. Let's suppose if you don't want product subcategories, please don't bring in this table. We don't need this table if your requirement is not fulfilling with this table. Keep only which are relevant. In our case, let's suppose these all are relevant. So if you see here the checkbox, as soon as I'll be clicking on the checkbox, it will add all these tables. Although there are transformed data, I'll be discussing later. So first is the load. Load means it will load all the tables into the data model. The first step will be done after clicking this load button. Yes, we want all the tables on our canvas, on our Power BI dashboard canvas or Power BI report canvas. See what is mentioned here, load. It is basically the loading 5 data sets: dates, product categories, products, product subcategories, and product categories. Okay. There are 5 main parts in Power BI. As soon as you will open and you have connected with your database. Did you see 5 tables on the right side? Yeah. Right side mean these 5. Can you see my screen which I have marked?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks. Okay, because it's snap and grid, so I mean I'm using my pen to highlight these. So this is your first field. Important. The first one is the field. Field mean these are the 5 tables with
Now
the
it's
help
gone.
of.
Asif, it's gone. It's stuck. Screen is stuck now.
Just a minute. Can you see now?
Yeah, yes, working.
Okay, so leave that grid part I was using for the marking. Okay, let's forget about the marking. First one was the field part. Second one was the visualization, from where you can choose different types of visualization. Like, I mean, this first one is the stack bar chart, column chart, another, I mean, clustered bar charts, another column, clustered column chart, so on. So we have, I mean, multiple visuals on our visualization part. Visualization tabs. The other one is the filtered, so I'm just minimizing to have more space on our canvas to create reports so that it would be very easy to see and create. So as soon as I click the minimize, now you will see this is the area where we can I mean place our visualizations. Okay guys, now these are the ribbons. I mean, if you see home, insert, modeling, view, help, we'll be touching, I mean, later what are these for. So this one is the canvas. This area where I'm clicking, where I'll be clicking later, in fact, I mean, this area is the dashboard. I don't say just click. Okay, just delete. Now you will see here the 3 main parts: reports, data, and model. So this is the report. Second, if you want to see your data, see if you are bringing your data from a database or from the tabular form, you don't need to look. But I mean, for the timing, okay, let's see our data. So this is the same data. If I click on the sales, it will show you the sales columns: sales key, date key, store key, product key, return, total cost, and sales amount. Can you see here? I mean, date key, product, these are actually the columns. And what are these stands for? The summation sign. These are actually telling us that these are numbers. If I click on the date, did you see, I mean, day of the week, this is also a number. So if I click on the day of the week, yes, this is a number. So it is reading a number. Even you can assign it as, I mean, text as well. And here you will see the calendar, date key. This is the main key, date key. Yes, date key is the calendar. If you have seen, if you just, I mean, see here, it is the calendar form, calendar shape. So it is the calendar. So important to know your data. We have our database. Now, the last part is the relationship. Just minimize properties and fields because these are repeating, we don't need. And did you see the lines and other stuffs? Yes, click on fit to screen. Now it will show you all the tables. Do one thing, guys, before you start work on Power BI, always go there, options and settings. I just click for new options and settings, then go to options, and here you will see the data load. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, so this is the data load, and always import relationship. If you click this, okay, import relationship from data source, I always do this because you need to create your own relationship and click OK. So it won't import these relationships. See, there's a option in home tab. What I'll do, I just remove these relationships. We can remove relationship from here, or we can right click and delete relationship from here. Yes, so it is, I think, easy to click to delete relationship from manage relationship. First relationship, because we'll be creating our own relationship, these relationship may not be the correct ones. Okay, now there are no relationship defined yet. Okay, close this. Now you will see that there are no drag and drops and the line marks. Now go back to our canvas. It is important to notice that what is your data. So let me click on the sales amount under the sales table. My first requirement is the sales amount. So I clicked on the sales amount and total cost. Okay, now it is giving me instant results on the visualization, guys. So see how it is, I mean, very easy to create visuals in Power BI. I did nothing but just clicked on the data, or even you can bring by drag and drop. Let's suppose remove it, and total cost you can drag and drop like pivot table, as I mentioned before. So there are two options, either you click here or drag and drop. So drag and drop is better than just click. Now we want our data based on the products brand name. Okay, now although it has given us the results, but results are not correct. So let me select another visual. Now see what is the beauty of Power BI. In Excel you need to click on the you need to click right click on the chart or on the tab and change different chart types. But here it is really very easy. See, now on the visual I clicked on the bar chart. Now see, it is the bar chart. I click on the line chart, you will see a line chart. Although these are the straight lines because data is wrong. Here you will see the option after this slicer. This is the filter button, actually, slicers or filter. The other one is the table, and then is the matrix. So these two tables will be needing. Let me click on the table. If you cannot see results, so let me just have bigger font of the values. Okay, so now, so guys, this is first visual. It is called visual. Visual could be displayed in terms of data, in terms of any report, in terms of any graph, chart, etc. So this is our first visual. So we are starting our expertise in terms of visualization. So this is our first visual. But does it give us the correct data? No. If you see here, amount is 122, the sales amount. The total cost is 52. And what is the grand total of all the brand names? Same. Means data is not correct. Whenever it is actually the alarm, whenever you will see this error, you will create, the question will jump in your mind. Okay, what it is? It is due to the wrong relationship, or there are no relationship of your data. Okay, let me just copy paste. Let me kindly read any question. It's not responding for poll. Can I speak with IT, please? Mr. IT, can you just show another poll? I just copy paste that visual and placed on the table here. Selected the visual, and I'm not using, yeah, and there's another poll. I think it was the previous question. We need another question. I think it's a previous question. What I believe. Just recheck, please. Yeah, question number 2. Question number 2 is Power BI is easy to adapt and can create visualization in few clicks. So guys, we have 1 minute and my screen is in front of you. Okay, few of us are saying false. Maybe they're, the lover of Tableau or click view, click sense. $35 seconds, we have 25 more seconds. So far 130 guys, told that it is true. And 5, okay, it is false. Okay guys, it is 1 minute. So we have 142 submissions. Okay, for those who 6 guys, are against, it is false. I would request you to please post your questions in Q&A tab so that we'll be able to see why with your top reason if you can. Thank you guys. Okay, now let's move on with our next category. I have created, copy pasted the same visual. Now this time I don't need, brand name. Where is the brand name? I'll just remove brand name. Maybe I need from the data, right? Maybe I need from the data. And what I need, let me just drag it to see all the labels. Yes, I need calendar year. Where are calendar year? Yeah, these are the calendar years. So
Asif,
yeah.
1 second. Just previous chart, you were saying the relationship because it was not correct, and you are going to the next chart. So
Exactly. I'm deliberately doing this.
Okay. I thought you missed it. Sorry.
Yeah. No. I didn't skip because I wanted to show you what is the effect of relationship. Okay, guys. Calendar year. Now see, these the calendar year. For this, I think I need matrix and I need calendar year in columnar form. So let me drag calendar year in columnar form or under the row form. Okay. Now see, in both the visuals, data is same. 122,000 sales amount and 52 million. 122 million is the sale amount, 52 million is the total cost. So both the visuals are giving us the same results. Now I need another visual, which may be like I think poll is done. Let me remove poll. Due to perspiration, cannot use the soft key. So let me. I'm using this because I'm not habitual of using mouse, so that it is hard for me to bring the data. Okay, now remove this calendar year now in this table or keep it here, and we need by product categories like product category name. Now see the visual is not showing us how we can fix this. Yes, if you click on this, it will tell you what is the problem, but I urge you all to please look on the screen. Now I'll be clicking not on the report, not on the data, I'll be clicking now, going on the data model. If you remember, there were how many VLOOKUPs I suppose to bring all the data into one table? More than 900,000. But with single click, see how result will be changing. Let me just drag sales here, and sales and product, I think. So product here. So this is the canvas where you can create relationship. And guys, there is a famous quote from someone, I mean, from Microsoft, most valuable professional. Don't look up if you are in a relationship. Yes. So it's better to create relationship rather than do VLOOKUP. Okay. You can create a relationship by managed relationship or by just drag and drop. So first selection, my first selection would be date key. Can you see here under the sales table, there are 4 key: date key, product key, then sales key and store key, right? It has date key, the sales table, and the another table, date table, also has the date key. What if I just double click and drop date key over the date key? See, it has created a relationship. It has created a relationship. Okay. So just to check what is the relationship, this is the relationship. Let me double click on the relationship and let me clarify what is actually the relationship. Now see here, our first table is the sales table, second is the date table, second is the date table. There are many questions, sorry guys, I think I'll be answering them later, because this is the most important part of our Power BI visualization. Because if you do not do relationships, you can not create DAX, you cannot use the brain of Power BI, you cannot create reports, and you cannot prepare the dashboards. Okay, so here there are 4 types of cardinality: many to one, one to many, and one to many. So the important one is many to one. So we are creating many to one relationship, and only in Power BI it has 2 types of cross filter direction, both or single. Now we want only single. In Power BI, always choose by default, so it is not both, it is the one way. Okay, what is many to one? Can you see the asterisk mark? Asterisk mark means there are many date keys in sales table. There could be many date keys in sales table, but there is only one date key in date table. Now, okay, go back to date table and click on the sales table and click the date key. Now you will see there are how many date key? There is only, there could be many dates, because on the same date, if I click any one, let's suppose there could be many sales on the same day. Yes, this can be happen. And if I click on the dates and date key, it will show you only one. Where is the date key, by the way? If you cannot find, just mention the date key. Yeah, this is the date key. Click on the date key. See, this is the date key. Now you can see only 1, 2, 3, 4, because it is the date table is created for our easiness to create multiple dashboards and DAX. Now I have created the link between the dates and sales. Now we can use filters based on the sales, sales amount, based on any filtered column from the date table. Not only with the date key, it does mean that we can show our record of sales amount or total sales by calendar month, by calendar quarter labor, by calendar week, and so on. Just click on the report. Now see, in the report, our first visual was based on the brand name. Let me click and see, this is the brand name, but brand name key has not been assigned. This key has been assigned, so we are watching the results correctly. Now go back to our relationship and create other relationships. Brand name and product key. Can you see product key here? Yes, it is the product key.
Mr. Asif, here, can you mention what is the face fact table and what are the dimension table?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Insar. Guys, what is the fact table? Fact table is the main table through which you want to filter your data where your amounts are. So in this case, fact table is the sales table, like total cost, sales amount, and sales return, or maybe there will be more, I mean, like profit and profit percentages. And rest all others are the dimensions table. Dimension table, let me tell you once again, dimension table means there will be only one filtered value through which you can create your visuals based on, let's suppose, sales amount based on quarter label, sales amount based on month, sales amount based on year, or sales amount based on year, quarter, and month on the hierarchy wise. So these are called, all the four tables will be called the dimension tables, and only sales table will be the fact table. Now, see here, you will see another product key and product key. Guys, let me tell you one more thing, that by default, okay, the Contoso dash, I mean, data sets already has a date key, but it will not be the present in your data sets, because in practical life, I mean, we are fighting with our data dungeon. I mean, we need to segregate the different keystrokes or the different keys through which we can create VLOOKUPs. This is exactly the same way by which you can create VLOOKUP. Okay, next, do the next relationship using the product key. So let me select and drag and drop product key here. There's perspiration in my fingers so that I can create manage relationship from here easily. Now click on the new relationship. First table, of course, is the sales table, and next table would be the products. Here, see, it has already automatically clicked product key and product key. Yes, this is the relationship we need, and many to one, single, click OK. Now it has created another relationship. As soon as I'll be clicking on close, you will see there is another table, there is another relationship. Now go back to report and see. Wow, wonderful. Now we'll be able to see our results based on brand name and based on calendar year. Right, guys, before I move forward, I would urge you all to put your questions, because I can understand this is the most important area. I would love to have few questions. So let's take 2 to 3 minutes to understand. If anybody doesn't understand or needs some clarification or redo the work, please let us know.
Mr. Asif, I'm filtering the question I'm sending to you on WhatsApp.
Okay. Actually, I wanted to ask questions precisely for this session, the building relationship. If there is any, can we create dashboard for customer financial statement? Please share some lights on it. Yes, we can. There are general questions. Is it better to guide audience first? What is the fact table? What is the dimension? Okay, thanks, Syed Hassan. Then can we connect with Google Drive? Yes, we can. How we can, like ERP with Power BI. Okay.
Mostly people are asking for the relationship, if you can explain again.
Okay, no issue, Insar. I'll be explaining again. Thanks. Guys, okay, go back to the model. This is our model. And here we have 4 dimensions, dimension tables, and 1 fact table, which is the main table, sales. Because we'll be fetching data from sales amount, fetching data from, with the total cost wise, maybe with the dimension of date table with product name, by product category name, by product subcategory name, so on. Okay, guys, there is important to notice one more thing. If you see here, There are two keys, product category key and product subcategory key, right? Product category key and product subcategory key, but we do not have any key, like product subcategory or product category key. We cannot create relationship of product subcategory with sales. No, we cannot. But what we can do, we can create relationship for this product, product table and product subcategory. Can you see here the product subcategory key? Yes. Here, product subcategory key. Yes, we can create relationship between these two tables. Just drag and drop the line to create a relationship. Now we have created a relationship. In the end, there is only left one more table. So the first table is the product categories, product category key, and we have one product category key. So we can create relationship with these two tables. Now we have created all the relationship, and it is pertinent to note that we can filter our sales amount based on not only with these two tables, which I have shown here, with these two tables, but we can filter our sales table based on the product subcategories like product name, label, or even we can show from product subcategory. See here, the product subcategories and sales do not have direct relationship, but we can use this. So let's create another visual. Product category, what was that? I think it was product categories. Okay. So we need one element from product category and one from sales. Where is the sales amount? Yes, we can create this visual as well. Now see, we have created different visual based on different data sets, and it is giving us the results accordingly. Although these results are on the table format or the matrix format, but we can create visuals as well. So I hope it is easy to create relationship rather than do VLOOKUP in Excel, right guys? So we have four visuals: first visual, second visual, third visual, four visuals. All are different. And we can even do one more thing. We can have a slicer as well. I believe everybody has already used Excel slicers option, so that you can filter your results based on different categories, years, months, quarters, etc. Now, it's time to create our first dashboard. First step is already done. The second step is yet left the DAX version, but it is important first to understand how you can create your relationship, and in the next you can move on to create your DAX formulas and then prepare dashboard. So let us try to prepare dashboard instantly. If I click on the right on the page, so duplicate page, or just remove this page. We should create our delete page, and we should create our dashboard page from zero. Okay, click on the plus sign, double click, and mention here the dashboard, sales dashboard. Okay, sales dashboard. Now guys, our first visual was the logo. Okay, insert company logo. Let's suppose we have company logos, and I want to import of company logo from here. Dummy logos. These are the dummy logos. Let's suppose this is the company logo. You can minimize as per your requirements. Then the name. See text box. Click on the text box and mention here anything like sales Contoso dashboard. Let's remove Contoso. It is not giving us the correct spelling. Okay, and I want, let's suppose 32 and Arial and just you can drag and drop. I'm not using mouse, that's why I'm having a little problem. And B. Okay, so Arial 32 font and bold. We have created one, the first part. Now, second part is to create sales by brand. Where is the brand? Okay, brand name and sales amount. Where is the sales amount? Sales amount. Which visual would you like to have as for the first visual? We want, I think this, the first visual, cluster bar chart. Okay, now it has created our first visual the way we want. This is the step towards, we are creating our visuals. You can play with the visual like Excel charts. You can click, see, these are the axes. The second option is the format, and then the analytics. In the format, you can do many things like, if I click on the journal, and or any other tab, x-axis, y-axis, data labels off, on, you can turn it on by clicking here, and you will see, these are the figures. Okay, just leave that part for the time being. Now focus on other areas of the chart. See, the next one is, okay, now we want sales, total sales by year and total sales by subcategory. We want this visual, so select this visual. Select this visual, and you can always go back to your data and check how many fields are there, how many columns are there. Okay, so let's go back to our visuals. Now you can create sales amount based on, let's suppose first we need the year, calendar year. So put your calendar year in the field. It will show you calendar years. Chart. First chart has been created. Now we have two charts. First one is sales by brand name. Second one is sales by calendar year. And now we need another chart, sales by brand name. Control C, Control V. You can do this and select your and bring drag and drop. And instead of calendar year, let's suppose, let me put here the quarter, calendar quarter. Okay, now these are the quarters. This looks odd. For the time being, I'm just removing it and bringing any name like product subcategory, product category name. Yeah, product category name. Now we have two visuals, and another visual we need based on the date, the total data. Sales amount, click on the sales amount, and from dates, choose date key. Date key means each single line, although it is showing data this way, and you can create your own visual, but important to notice what it can do for us. Yes, it can bring data. Why I'm expanding this chart, because what I'll be doing is, see, as soon as I click on the date key, it has already created date hierarchy. But this time we do not need date hierarchy. We need to know what are the actual dates. So as soon as I'll click, now see, our visual will be changed. Oh yeah, this we need. Just to see what are the trend lines. So where you can see the big data and the data which are not below the average or so on. One more thing, guys, please check. As soon as I'll move my cursor over the visual, it will show you the results instantly, sales amount, the date key. So it is automatic in Power BI. And same way, the way you are creating your charts based on pivot table. Next, let me hover my cursor over the sales amount by brand name. Yes, you can always, and same way. I mean, here you can create. So let me do one more thing. Click on these two charts and click here and remove the legends. Why we don't need legends? Because we can select data labels and select all from here, the last line. Guys, before we move forward, there is another poll. Power BI cannot be used for live query data. Is this correct? Read question again. I have already, told before. We have 1 minute, 25 seconds. Power BI cannot be used for live query data. For example, you have database in SQL or Oracle. Can you connect your data? $50 seconds. 55. We have submissions from only 117 out of 223. 119, 120, 23. Yeah, okay. So 80-20 rule applies here. 20% said that true, 80% said that false. But regretfully to answer that, yes, we can create live connection with the help of Power BI. We can create, guys. 25% said that it is true, but it is wrong. Power BI can be used for live query data. Yes, you can create. I still remember I moved to Qatar. I left Pakistan in 2014. I moved to UAE, then went to Qatar when I got a job there. There I worked for Jascon Engineering and Technocam Limited. So for Technocam Limited, it was sister concern of Jascon. So there I have created with the help of live query connection. They were using the software, very common software. Although I have worked before on Oracle Financials for more than 11 years, but there I saw software was based on SQL, and I contacted that guy who was the, having that server over there. I connected with him and created some of the query with the help of Power Query at that time, because at that time Power BI was not in the market, was not available for general public. Because it started in 2015. So I have created there within few months, after joining, with the help of Excel, with the help of query. And at that time, query was being available as a Excel add-in, combination add-in. So I have already created, and this is good, but practically it is not recommended to use live queries, because there are some DAX, there are some data modeling you cannot use with help of live query. Okay, so leave that part here. Thank you guys for your participation. Now same here, if I click this chart, same steps. So see the difference. The first chart is we have all the data, 2009, 37, 30%, and what it is. Okay, just hover your cursor, it can show the brand name as well. Okay, so let me just turn off the legends and okay, data label. Sorry, data label was already there, and select all data labels or category data value. Let's suppose for this visual we need category data visuals. Okay guys, there is another chart which is sales, and if I show you, see I have on my paper the rough paper. I have created how I'll be laying off, how I'll be portraying my visuals based on a simple paper, so that it is easy to build dashboard on any canvas, either it's Excel or Power BI. So the last visual we have left is sales and total cost by Q4. Sales and total cost. So select sales, total amount, and total cost by quarter and years. Now select dates, and calendar quarter is there, but first pull calendar year and calendar quarter. So you can see your results. Notice one thing, although there are two fields, calendar year and calendar quarter on our canvas, but you have always the drill down facility. Can you see these marks? The arrow keys, upward, downward, double downward, and another one, the drill down option. Expand all down one level in the hierarchy. See, if I click on this, it have created, it have created data for me. Calendar quarter, I think remove calendar quarter. We need calendar quarter name. Calendar quarter label. We have calendar quarter label as well. So we'll be needing, this way. We need year and then calendar quarters. Guys, we have successfully created our dashboard, but it is not the final one. We need one more thing. We need slicer. How we need slicer or slices? How we will be integrating with our data. Let's suppose we want our results based on years. So click on, if you see, it is already selected one visual. I don't want to select any visual. Click on the blank area. Now all is clear now. And select the filter, slicer. This is the filter sign, but it is the slicer. Select slicer and select calendar year. Right now you can see these are the years, but I don't want years this way. I want here the list wise, and I want here the list wise with the help of not on the vertical side, on horizontal way. Like you can see option under the general tab, vertical, I need horizontal. Now it will show you all the years. Yes, see how I am doing my calendar years based on our requirements. Okay, let me little reduce. Guys, there is a problem, and let me tell you what is the problem. First, let's select year 2005. All visuals will be vanished. Why? Because there is no data, but in the data table there are more years. So let's click one by one. 2006 blank, 2007, yes. So your first sale starts from year 2007, but in data table you have more years. That's why it is shown here. So in 2018, yes, there is a data. 2009, yes, there is a data. In 2010, no data. 2011, no data. So first 2 years from here and last 2 years are not available. So let me select 2007 and go back to our database. Go back to our database. Guys, this is exactly Excel, or Excel if you have access, if you have worked in Access or Excel, it is really very easy to filter calendar years, but it is not the correct practice. So I'm telling you, let's suppose I have unchecked all the irrelevant years which are not required in our database and selected okay. Now you will see how many years. Choose another calendar year label. Now it will show you only 3 years, but under slicer tab it will show you again 5 years. I mean 4 years extra. Why? Because this portion is your data model portion. You need to work a lot on your database using Power Query. Power Query is very brilliant function, software or the tool which you can bring your data, which you can manipulate your data, which you can bring the desired results only. Okay, so let me clear this filter. Clear filter. Okay, now guys, it's the time for another poll. Okay, Power BI can connect with a folder containing multiple files. Think guys, I have already explained. There are slides. I was using those slides. 25 minutes. Okay, 35 seconds left. So far, 103 people, participants have answered. Please try to participate and try to attend this webinar as a full so that you can have the mix of flavor. $129 in 1 minute. 129. 93% said yes, true, and 7% said that false. Guys, Power BI is very powerful. It can connect with folder containing multiple files. Important is that even if those files have multiple sheets or multiple tables, yes, it can connect. It can combine all the tables or all the sheets and all the files in one folder and create one single table for you, or you can create different table based on your requirement. Power Query is very, very powerful. Power Query is said to be like a kitchen, so that you can add and mix spices so that you can cook food as per your need. Very, very powerful. Okay, thank you guys for the participation. Now, I have removed this filter and go back to my visualization. We don't want extra years. So what is the best way? The one which I was speaking about, it is the Power Query. And how you can go back to Power Query. See here on the home tab, you have clipboards, data like connectivity you have already created. Next one is the queries and insert calculations and shares. Why not to test the transform data? Yes, if you remember when we were about to connect our data, there were two options other than the cancel. First one is load data. Second one was the transform data. If you are running your older version of Power BI or Excel, you will find edit. So edit and transform and data is the same. So let me click and it will travel to the Power Query editor. Now you will see here, these are the Power Query, right? So these are the dates. Let me, sorry. Okay, let me tell you. Sorry?
Screen stop.
Okay. Screen. Now I think it's fine.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I think as soon as I jump to Power Query from Power BI, it stops sharing. I don't know why. Okay. Now this is the Power Query. Now you can see Power Query editor, and these are the 5 tables by which, I mean, by using Power Query, we fetched all the 5 tables into our Power Query before the data model, so that we can create relationship, we can create DAX and then reports, and after that, the turns of dashboards, slice with the using of slices. Okay. So here, important to select the desired table. So these are the tables, and it is really very simple to filter out. I mean, just the filter. Load more data. It is exactly same as per the Excel. Load data and unselect the years you don't want in your Power BI report. So this is the crux. I mean, see, there are 2 things. One you can do in your data model, which is not recommended. Try to use Power Query as much as possible. Your main data would be same because it is a connection. It is not fetching data actually. It is, yeah, data you can see here, but these data are the virtual tables. If your source file changes, I mean, next day with year 2010, your model will change it automatically. But remember to note that you have unselected year here, so you need to be very cautious, just to check your queries one more time. Okay, why it is not giving you the data? You need to just check the data. Okay, now I have selected OK and close the query by selecting close and apply. Now you will see here, it will show you only 3 years. Wow, magic. Can you see here? Only 3 years. So this is the magic. So let me just, yeah, these are the 3 years. Now see, 2007, 2008 and 2009, you can click and go back to 2007. And once more time, if I select 2007, it will select all. The gray portion denotes that you can select all. Why not to do one more thing? I want to change the color of these slices. Let me have little smaller tabs. Okay. Now select and go to the format, background on, not background, the titles, items, background blue. We don't want background. Okay, title, items. Yes, these are the items. Font color, background. Here I want background blue and font color white, so I can select it here and match as per, where is font color? White. White is not selecting. Yes, now select white. Now you will see we have now matching slices 2007, 2008 and 2009. Let me minimize all the visuals so that you can see results on the big screen. See guys, these are the results. Apparently, whatever the dashboard, these results are based on, I mean, the years 2007 and 2008. Just let me charge my laptop. Okay. As soon as I will click on the slicer 2007, now see all results have been changed. Sales amount, sales by product, sales amount, cost and category. All results are showing for the year 2007 only. Now see 2008, Franklin 10 million. Now in 2008, yes, this figure has been changed from 8 million to 8.4 million. If I select 2009, it will show 7.9 million, right? If I select 2008 and 9 by pressing Control button, you will see the results for the 2 years. So it's always, I mean, important to select only 1 year so that you can dice and slice your dashboard based on the slices you have created. You can create another slicer even. You can create slicer based on quarters as well. You can create slicers based on months as well. You can create, I mean, many other things. Okay, why not to just add one more thing? Although these results you are visualizing, okay, these are the trends of the sales over the period from 2007 to 2009. We can do one more thing like in Excel. So second part was the format under the visualization tab. Third part was the analytics. In analytics, first select it and select analytics. Let me read question if there is any. More than fifth goal. Okay, now see here the second line, trend line. Before we move forward, guys, there is another question. We can connect with PDF file to pull data in Power BI. %60 in 20 seconds, 70%. $120 in 40 seconds. $55 seconds, 123. So every 130, 125 to 130% are participating in the poll. Okay, 125 votes.
Mr. Asif, here one question is in Slicer, how multiple years 2007, 8 can be selected? Can you repeat it?
Okay, sure, I will. Although I had in my mind, I mean, so that I can go back for the slices, because slices portion haven't been touched in detail. Guys, there are two things. One, like in Excel, you can select slices based on the control button or based on the shift button. If I select 2007 and I want 2008 as well, you can press shift and select 2008 as well. So better to use control. It is not giving me the answer. I selected first one is 2007, then 2008. Yes. Now you will see by pressing control, you can select two slices. Even if you select one time 2008, it will select 2008. It will select again 2008. It will deselect all the slices. Let me repeat here. If you want to focus on the results for the year 2007 only, you need to select the slices for the year 2007. And if you want results based on the 2 years, you will select 2007 and 2008 by pressing control button and select this next year, right? Okay, I think few of the participants are raising hands. Please use question and answers immediately. Mr. Intezar will be sending me the questions. So let me just add analytics part, and then I'll read some of the questions if I can answer. So final result of the poll is 76% are correct. We can connect with PDF file. Yes, it was recently released few months back. Previously, we were not, I mean, able to fetch data from from PDF file in Power BI, but Microsoft released, I think, in somewhere in September, October last year, maybe. And one more thing, if you guys are, if anyone who is listening and expert in Power BI, I mean, already using, it is the time to pass the exams. You have the time until the January, to get the MCSA title. It is, I mean, really very good to show, I mean, showcase your skills. So you have time till January 2021. I have passed this exam in first attempt, although for 778 exam is very difficult, but 779 is comparatively, I mean, easy, because 778 is also based on the technical side, but it is advisable to sit in the exam, try to clear. I know one of our member, Mr. Farhan, who has just cleared. I mean, he just coordinated with me, who attended my advanced Power BI training. I delivered in, I think, August 2018. Yes, he was there, he attended, and I mean, he worked hard and he, I mean, cleared that exam. So it is advisable always to sit in the exam and just to check your knowledge and to prove yourself. Okay, the last part. Click on this chart because we can see, okay, trends, but can you see the trend based on the average trend line? No, but we can create using the analytics, and this is more towards the analytics is the part of what I believe is the part of artificial intelligence. Trend line, as soon as I'll click add, okay, now see, trend line is there. Is there any question? I think I just heard some voice. Okay, now you can easily find the sales higher than the average line. This is the average line. Okay, let's focus first on year 2007 and click the slices. Now see, the trend line for year 2007 is trendy towards upward from January to December. So this is the December part. Now you can see the trend line is towards, the slope is towards upward. But in 2008 and 2009, the trend is towards downward. 2008, yes, fine. From month to month, yes, it is fine. But in 2009, I think it is, yeah, only a little bit. But if you select 2000, if you deselect, I mean, all the slices, now see, trend line means your average sales were higher in 2007 in compared to 2008 and 9. And same you can see from this chart. See, in 2009, sales is 37 million. In 2007, sales was 46 million. Wow. So from 46, sales travel to 38, then 37. So it is, I mean, sales is declining. Fine. Okay, guys. Now, if you refer my PowerPoint presentations, there were some visuals. Let me just check. Okay, right. There were some visual cards. What are the visual cards? I will show you what are the visual cards. There are visual cards. There were visual cards, and through which you can present your data. Let's suppose these are the visual cards. If you see here, yeah, this one, 1, 2, 3, card. The card visual, it is called basically the card visual. Select the card visual and place your card here. I think we need this space only, fine. And go back to fields and pull sales. Pull sales amount. Okay, sales amount, we need this area because we need almost 4 visuals. So this the title, the data label should be 30, I think, set to 30. 30, or I mean, oh, it is 27, I think it is too low. 27, 32, 26, 27. Okay, set to 27. So your first visual is ready. Okay, let's click on year 2007. Will it give you correct results? Yes, 46 million. As I told you, this visual was showing you year wise. So first visual is 46 million sales. Second is in year 2008, 38. Yes, and in 2009, it can show 37.8 million. Okay, fine. Now deselect it and copy paste this visual. This is very easy to create visual. Control C, Control copy, and drag your visual here. And select total cost and placed over the sales amount. It will replace your sales amount. So total cost is there. 122.59 and 52 million. 7. Okay. Cost and sales amounts are, giving you the correct results. Then 2008 and then 2009. 37 million and cost is 16 million. Let me just deselect to show you the all years. Guys, important is what is left. Yes, what is left is the profit and GP margin. Do we have profit and GP margin? Return amount, sales amount, total cost? No, we do not have. If I if I will open my slides, I think it will again I need to share. But guys, remember 4 building blocks of Power BI. Data sets done. Okay. Now the next one is just let me read questions. Now moving to 6th poll. Okay, it's time for the next poll, please. Data modeling is created using Power Query in Power BI. Actually, in is missing, I think. Data modeling is created using Power Query. $25 seconds. $35 seconds and 100 participants. Average, it will be, I think, 125. $55 seconds, 124. One minute, 127. Okay, 126 votes. Guys, result 92%. Out of 126 votes, 116 said it is true. So Power Query is the tool by which you can create data model. Attendees are now viewing this poll results. If you have seen the results, and what I would say, to watch my webinar again and again. Yes, why? Because of the poll results. The question is wrong. Only few of the participants said that yes, it is wrong, but the question is wrong. Power Query can only connect and pull your desired data, but it cannot create the data model. What is data model? See, this one is the data model, and this you can done after you have fetched all of your desired table from your different sources, right? Okay, this is the data model where you create relationship, and the next step, advanced step, is the DAX, which we are now jumping in. So this is the data model. Relationship is data model. Relationship you cannot create in Power Query. It is not Power Query. So let me tell you what is Power Query. So this one is Power Query where you transform your data. From where?
Mr. Asif, here is the most common question is to repeat the Power Query also, I think. So like this question is repeating from many participants.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Intizar. Guys, let me jump back to Power Query. How you can go to Power Query from Power BI? See, as I told you before, the first one was the clipboard part. The second one is the data. The third one is the query part. From query is the Power Query. If you notice that this is the transform data, as soon as I click on the transform data, okay. So this is the Power Query. You need to focus more on Power Query because it is the tool which will bring your desired data. See, if you have seen here, the filter is on, filter is off. If you have seen here, we have filtered out the unnecessary years. Why? Because we don't want extra data in our data model, because data model will consume memory, and Power Query will be consuming your RAM memory and random access memory. Try to, although it will not, have great impact if we add more years, but you have seen that on the visualization card, it is, unnecessary to pull the extra years. So it is always recommended to work on the Power Query. What is Power Query? Yes, I do teach Power Query in detail in my advanced Excel and advanced Power BI trainings. And I have already elaborated in the connected different files, different files types, different sheets, different tables, different sources of data. Yeah, I still remember when I delivered my first training on advanced Power BI in Islamabad Branch Council. So there were 5 tables in from Access, 1 table from Web Query, 1 table for CSV, and 1 table from Excel. There was 9 tables from different sources, and we interrelated each table to create a data model with the help of relationship. And then we created some useful DAX, which is called the brain of Power BI. Okay, guys, we are now on the Power Query. I think everybody is watching my screen, because previously you were not able to see my Power Query screen. Please, can you confirm?
Yes, it's coming, but
Okay.
change now.
But
you are in Query?
Yes,
Power
Query editor.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Mr. Amir Zaki has raised hands. I think he has some questions. Please, Rana sir, I would request you to please take care. Okay, next one. What is Power Query? Basically, these are the dates, product categories, and product. Let me tell you one more thing. Okay, let's do another thing. Let's suppose date description you don't want in your Power BI model. Right click and delete it. Right click and delete by selecting remove. And remember, this is your virtual table. It is not affecting your source of data. The access or through which you have connected your database. Either it's Excel, Access, Oracle. Actual data would be there. Bring it here, only the relevant data. Okay, let me go further and see. I don't want half-year calendar. I don't want calendar, let's suppose calendar, quarter, and year. Right click and remove these columns. I don't want calendar of the week. I don't want week number. But by holding control key, I don't want these 3 columns. Let's remove. Pull only the relevant data. Same here, you can do with the product category. If you don't want product category label, right click and remove. Go back to product. If you don't want product name or product description, I don't want, okay, remove it. And brand name is fine. Product subcategory key you cannot remove, because this is the where you can create your model. Unit cost and unit price, maybe you don't need. So just go here, just select and remove these columns. So this is Power Query. Try to understand what is Power Query. Power Query is not the data modeling. We are not doing data modeling here. This is the data dungeon techniques to get and transform. It is actually called get and transform. We are transforming our data. We are getting shape to the data. We are bringing only relevant data, and we are connecting the data in data model. But this is the first step. First you have created, then you are transforming your data. I have another second example, which is purely work on the Power Query. Most is very simple. In the financial table, the PL through which you can create mapping, and you can create the interactive dashboard. It is really very beautiful. If I tell you, that was the second dashboard from my PowerPoint presentation. Okay, guys. So let me close. This was a Power Query. I hope you guys now understand what is Power Query. What is the difference between Power Query and what is data model? Data model is Power Pivot. Basically, data model is within the Power BI. Now, The Power Query function, as soon as I clicked OK, now you will see there are reduced number of columns and reduced number of columns from each table. Now it is applying query changes. Load was cancelled by an editor. Okay, just ignore that part. So this way, sorry, this way you can do multiple tasks. What is Power Query? Power Query is just to bring the required data, remove excessive data. Now here it is the data modeling technique. You create relationship. To finalize this dashboard, we are only one step away. So guys, let me focus on that area, which is the DAX. But before DAX, I believe now you are very much clear about the data model. So this is DAX is the part of data model. Now we are using the brain. Okay, let's see another approach. Okay, is there? Let me repeat my question. Although there is sales mode, guys, there's another poll. DAX is used to optimize data model to create relationship in Power BI. I recently explained this. Just remember that we haven't used DAX now. Now we are using. So it's a clear indication that what is the question? Just rethink. DAX is used to optimize data model to create relationship in Power BI. "50 seconds, 93 votes. Guys, please try to participate. This will, I mean, give you the picture of, I mean, your skills, where you are. Only 96 so far. I think there are how many participants? There are 215 participants. Okay, only 104 are voted true and others false. 1/3 false and 2/3, and 67% said that it is true. So DAX is basically the part of data model, and it is the optimization feature of Power BI. If we see that the particular question DAX is used to optimize data model, yes, it is fine, but it is not to create relationship in Power BI, but to somehow, I think I would go for both. DAX is used to optimize data model after creating the relationship. So this is the correct question, but anyways, I mean, that's fine. Yes, it is. Okay, now we are moving to DAX now. Guys, my question was, we have sales, we have cost, but where is the profit? Where is the profit margin? We do not have. Can we create? This is the question. This is the $1 million question. Because see, whatever you pulled from Power Query, okay, that's fine. But what about you have pulled from, I mean, you have created from data model and not part of the Power Query? Maybe some extra column. This is the crux. I mean, what we are learning in today's session. Yes, that sales dashboard should return all those numbers, all those measures, all those calculations which are not part of your Power Query or which are not part of your interface before creating DAX measures. I mean, or after creating relationship. We cannot see profit, but yes, we can learn how to. Can you see after relationship? There is a tab of calculations, new measures, quick measures, new column, new tables. These are the tables: day, tick, and days, products, category, products, and sales. These are the tables. If you want to create your own table, yes, you should. I mean, click this. If you notice that it is mentioning that write a DAX expression to create a new table, although you can create manual as well. New column. Write a DAX expression. What is the new column? New column is the calculated field. New column is the calculated field. Let's suppose if I go here and in the sales table, close this date, close this dates, it is not allowing me because this perspiration in my hand and I'm not using mouse. Okay, close it. Okay, now it is so fine. It is fine. Now see, what is the new column? I was telling you, if I select on any amount like sales amount, and it will show you that particular table which is sales. Okay, now go back to home. Okay, and click new column. What is new column? What is new column? Let me just close this. Okay, what is new column? What is the formula of profit? If I mention here, profit is equal to sales amount. See, this works exactly as per the Excel tables. If you have worked, as soon as you will type any formula, it will, show you the results of related fields. Like I put only SAL, sales, so it shows you related fields. So I'll select sales amount and press tab. It will automatically bring that field. Space minus space total cost. Yes, total cost, select and press enter. What you need here, okay, go to the report. Now first check what is the data. Is it showing us the results? Yes, it is showing us the results. If you see here, sales amount is 3,200 and total cost. If you deduct 1681 from 32, it will give you this amount, 1617. So go back to your visuals and select this visual, Control CV, and drag to in front of total cost. Now you will see here this result. This is the indication of calculated column. So hold that calculated column and place over the sales. Yes, now it is giving you 70,000. See, 152 minus 122, 70,000. Yes, it is fine. Now let's check our results. 2007. Yes, fine. It is giving us the profit of 26 million. 46 minus 19 is equal to 26. 2008, 22 million. 2009, 21 million. Okay, now deselect it. But problem is it won't give you the true results of profit percentage. How? Press Ctrl C and V. Ctrl C and V. First, go here and select profit. As we did in case of profit, cannot we create another column? Okay, let's try. New column. And go back to your data. Although it is taking time, so be patient. Yes, okay. Select this profit, and although this is wrong, practice, and it won't give you the correct result, but let me show you what it will give you. New column. Yes, it is taking time.
Asif, just one thing I want to request to participants. Instead of raising hand, just send the question, because for raising hand I cannot do anything. But if they will send the question, definitely I can forward to you.
Thank you, Mr. Inzar. Dear participants, please don't raise your hands. I mean, because it is a long session and we have a lot more topics to be covered in this session. If you want to grab, I mean, the more from the Power BI, please write questions and answer tab. You will be seeing your Q&A tab ahead of participants. Please use that tab and put your questions there so that Mr. Intezar will filter the relevant questions, and the questions which are more technical that can be answered later or in the day end session, or I mean after the session we'll be focusing on. So please use Q&A tab and not using by your hands. Right, I was checking. I think there are two types of I mean two tables. Okay, just to use first table or escape. Erroneously, I think it was pressed twice. So select the first column. Now it is taking time. I think I'll tell you, I mean, what is the reason. Now GP percentage, see profit percentage or GP percentage. Guys, what is the actual formula you need to mention in Power BI? What is the actual formula? GP percentage, see total profit, select total profit. Where is the total profit? I think not total profit, it was profits. So yeah, it was profits. Profits divided by total sales. I think sales amount. It was sales amount. Yes, sales amount. Although it will not give you the correct result. See how? Let me show you. This is the GP percentage. Select. I have already selected this visual and place the GP percentage over here. So your answer is okay. Why not to fix this? I mean, whatever it is. Let me go back to my Power Query so that you'll be able to learn few more techniques as well. What I did. I think we removed some of the columns from here. You can always undo by selecting the applied steps under the Power Query. So let me just remove. So it will undo your option. Filtered row, you can always select this option and check what it was. So it was the year selection. See, it has, I mean, shows whatever we did calendar year, we selected only for 2007, 8, and 9. So that's fine. I mean, we needed that one. I think we removed some of the columns from, yeah, we removed one column from product category. We removed some columns from products. Okay. Did we remove any columns from here? No, we did not, because otherwise it will show here. Did we remove something from sales? No, we did not. So close and apply. It will apply changes automatically. No, I think that error has been fixed. Guys, there is another poll. Just read the data very carefully before you answer. Question is, get data is commonly called Power Query in Power BI. $20 submission in 20 seconds. Guys, we are low. I mean, we are slow. Try to participate in the poll. It won't harm your prestige. $40 seconds, 90 answers. $50 seconds, 100 answers. 104 submissions. Okay, 55% said true, 45% said false. I would like to have answer from our panelist. Can anyone help me, please? Mr. Rana Intezar, Mr. Kamar, Mr. Fareed, Bilal, Mr. Faisal Shehzad.
Ji, Asif Sahab, can you please explain your question, what you're looking for?
Actually, I wanted to ask, because I think you are not part of this poll, get data is commonly called Power Query in Power BI. Is it correct?
Yeah, so you need our answer in this regard.
Yes, yes.
I believe it's
if
correct.
Anyone can answer.
I believe it's correct.
Yes, it is correct. So heads up to Mr. Kamar. Thank you, Mr. Kamar. See, earlier it was Power Query, but after Office 2016 release, the name was changed to Get and Transform. If you are running Office 365 or the latest version, you will see not Power Query. You will see in Excel. I'm telling it is Get and Transform. Yes, it is Power Query. If you click on the queries, Get and Transform, it will drag you towards the Power Query. So it is correct. Thank you, Mr. Kamar. Okay, now this is not the percentage. How you can convert this GP into the percentage? Can you see select GP? Can you see modeling? Or did you see column tools? Now it is the latest release. Yes, just select percentage. Okay, bring it to 1 decimal place. Fine. Now it is showing. Is it showing or showing us the correct result? No, that percentage should be less than 100. Of course, if you're talking about terms of percentage, the GP percentage. So how to fix this? To fix this, we need Power Query. We need DAX. We can apply DAX here. So let's have more space by drag and drop there. More space. Okay, fine. You can always have space. Okay, now we are going to use DAX. What is DAX? DAX is exactly as we used new columns here. These are the two new columns, and I will recommend not to use these the column heading. These are called the calculated field. Although because it will change your data should not be changed. If you have noticed before that there were only these columns up till total cost and sales amount. So these two columns we have already created with the help of this formula. Avoid this practice, and now what we are going to use is the DAX measures, right? So we can always delete this later. So try to use first DAX function, which is the total of the sales, right? Let me select sales amount so that we are on the same table. Now I'll be selecting home page, home tab, and there is the calculation tab where we have used these two tables. Not used, but I have explained new columns. Use this new measures. I will tell you what is the purpose of measure. As soon as I click the new measure, it will open us the measure. The formula you will write here exactly as you did, as we did before while calculating field, or you are using for Excel. Our first measure we will be creating is, I actually clicked elsewhere. Our first measure will be total sales. I think it removed. Okay, no issue. Home page and new measure. It is taking time. Okay, total sales equal to, Guys, remember in DAX, if you are using Excel DAX, you need to fix this by colon and semicolon and equal. But in Power BI, you need only equal sign, exactly as per the Excel usual formulas. So total sales would be equal to sum. Same simple formula. Sum. I just press tab and pull sales amount. I press SAL. It will show us the keys. So I select sales amount and press tab and just press enter. Okay.
Mr. Asif,
Yeah.
actually everybody wants to take a break because in Pakistan also the Asr has gone, and in UAE also Asr prayer has started. Everybody is asking for 10 minutes break. So can we take 10 minutes break?
Okay, I think it's in KSA time is 2:50. I'm sitting here, and if there are answers, I'll be answering. Yes, guys, I'm not moving forward. You can have 10 minutes break so that you can offer your salah and come back. Meanwhile,
Asif,
I'll
if
be
you are sitting,
filtering questions.
Asif, if you are sitting, so just review Q&A and reply if
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can. Who
That's
wants
what
to sit, they can sit.
yeah, okay. I'm doing that. Syed Hassan, kindly explain the DAX function, its utility and time intelligence, especially calendar. Dear Hassan, I wish I could tell about the time intelligence. Yes, but yes, for DAX, I'll be explaining. Power Pivot uses DAX function that is important in Power BI connectivity. Yes, you're true. Zulfkar, Ali, Meet tiles. Mr. Zulfkar, tiles are not part of this session because these are advanced level where you work on the Power BI, web version, not the Power BI desktop. Tiles are being used in Power BI web cloud-based service. Syed Hassan, I think Mr. Syed Hassan has a lot more questions, which is great. He's participating in the session. Please also include important data transformation. This is the first thing we need to do once. Yeah, Syed Hassan, data transformation is a part of Power Query, and Power Query is explained in detail in our advanced level program. This was just the interface of basic Power BI. So let's move forward. Mr. Zulfkar Ali Mir, can we connect with real-time data on web? Yes, we can. M code could be done, Mr. Hassan, using UI and then amend it. I would like that Power Pivot using DAX. Not understanding whether it is a question. Okay. So I myself use Power BI. That's I have already. Umar Farooq, please also share Excel file. Umar Farooq, yes, we'll be sharing Excel file. We'll be sharing even the BI model so that you can check. You can have your testing knowledge on it. You can practice. How Power BI read, Mr. Yavar Iqbal Chotai, how Power BI read data from different sources we need to create from API or its built-in set, especially if we need to connect with manage Magento or other e-commerce web data. Yes, Mr. Yavar Iqbal, your question is very different and a very good question. I appreciate that one. How Power BI read data from different sources. See, what Power BI, in fact, we should talk about the Power Query. What Power Query should do, what it will do, it will go to the web or source of the data. It will read data as a table where there are different tables. It will show you different tables, and you need to select on Power Query which table you want to fetch. So it recognize data as tables. We can say different clusters in different tables, and it creates with the help of powerful engine, it can create data tables. Next question, Hashim Manzoor, how long is this session? Dear, we'll be finishing by 3:30, I think Pakistan time 5:30. But after that, there will be questions and answer sessions. We'll open our question answer session so that everybody will be satisfied. Is it any other source to learn DAX? Yes, Mr. Ali Bucks. There are many sources. You can write even on the Google sources to learn DAX. But there is a book, Learn to Write DAX, from Matt Ellington, and there are many other books. Just Google Alberto Ferrari and Marco Russo. They are the leaders in the market. They're the two Italian brothers. They have their courses, although the courses are very costly, and one course is $250. But these are the useful courses. I have purchased even their book last year. This is an amazing book. Next, Mr. Talha. Can we publish reports without having a paid access? Yes, Mr. Talha, you can publish. But you can consume, not you. If you want your management to be consumed for that report, it is not possible without the paid access. But yes, there's one more approach. You can use 60 days trial period. Mr. Inai Jan, I have I don't know what is it. Please share the link. Okay, can you please share here the link to download? Which link are you talking about? I think if it is Power BI, just mention on the Google Power BI. How we get paid hours? That's ICMA. We cannot see the sheet. Are you sharing? I think so. I'll see the important questions which are shared by Mr. Rana Intezar. I don't know why people are not getting poll questions. I have few questions, particularly from Syed Hassan, which I can answer after this session because these are typically related to advanced level. Yes, we can answer. How to log in? Sessions not okay. I can read the latest questions from Intezar, Rana Intezar. Can you please repeat the Power Query? Instead of manually filtering here in Power Query, can we automatically apply slices only for those years in which there is data? Okay, there was one interesting question from Mr. Adil Qureshi, 3:13 p.m. I don't know what was the time. I think it was UE time. Instead of manually filtering here in Power Query, can we automatically apply slicer on only for those years in which there is a data? Dear, if you remember, we were applying actually filters, but filters mean slicers. But problem is the slicers was giving us the more data, the excess data. So why? I think it's better to go for Power Query. Next one is how BI understand two different columns names from different sources of file and data when they have same information. Abdul Karim Abbasi Sahab, how BI understand two different columns of the names? These are the beauty of measures. Measures just have its utility and power. Yes, Power BI can read two different sources from the data. This is the basically utility. It is called brain. So why it is called brain? Mr. Adil Qureshi, relationship we develop in workbook specific or workbook specific? I couldn't understand. Can you please repeat your question, Mr. Adil Qureshi? Your question looks good, but it's not clear. How BI understand two different columns names from different sources of files. This Abdul Karim Abbas, yeah, I already answered. It's better to guide audience first. What is fact? Okay, this has been done. Please reply, look down. Okay, can we create dashboard? Salman Afzal, can you create dashboard for complete financial statements? Please shed some lights on this. Mr. Salman Afzal, we can create dashboard for complete financial statements, yes, although it is not recommended, I mean, by many experts. But yes, you can do a lot more work. It needs advanced level of knowledge of DAX, and you need to learn DAX. You need to be very cautious about the DAX. So I think time is up. Can you just check, I mean, if time is up and we can start?
Yes, sure. You can start, and please share the screen as well, Asif.
Sorry, share screen. Just a minute, I think. Probably desktop. Can you please confirm if you can see my screens?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Because there are two screens. First one is the Power Query, second one is the Power BI. If I go back to Power BI and you're not able to see my screen, please let me know. Okay, guys, let's restart our session. We were here in creating measures. Now we have created one measure based on simple DAX formula to calculate total sales. The same way we need to create another DAX, which is the total cost, then again another one which is the profit, then the fourth one, the last one is the GP percentage. Okay, while selecting total sales, see if there is a calculation tab, you can use new measures. Select the new measure and mention total sales, costs. Total cost is equal to sum cost, total cost, sum total cost. Now we have created two measures. Okay, let me tell you what is measure. Measure is basically the brain. It is available throughout of your model. It is not part of, I mean, although it is part of your data model, but it is the calculation, the virtual calculation, row by row and filter by filter. What is row by row and filter by filter? I'll tell you later. There are actually two types of contexts, which are the filter context and the row context. Now, see guys, we have created two measures, total cost and total sales. Now, we'll be calculating another calculation measure, which is the total margin. Total margin or profit are same. So what we will do, simply deduct total cost from total sales. Total sales minus total cost. So there is third measure, which is the total margin. Now margin percentage, we need to create another. Just click on the total sales and any measure and click on the new measures. Click on the new measures. Margin, next would be margin percentage. Margin percentage would be, there is a formula, very simple formula, divide. Numerator versus denominator. Okay, what is the numerator? Total margin. One more thing, if you realize, these are the calculator sign, which is showing us these are the measures. Always try to use measures, not the calculated columns. What are the calculated columns? These are the calculated columns, because wherever you click on the table, anywhere, you can fetch any measure. So, so why it is recommended to use the measure. Okay, total margin divided by total sales. Total margin divided by total sales. And comma cipher. Alternate result if you want, otherwise you should keep it as blank. Now see guys, we have created 4 measures. Go back to our report and finalize these steps. First, select the total sales amount and bring total sales measure by replacing total amount. Next, select total costs and bring total cost measures, because I'll be deleting all other extra columns. Total profit to be replaced by total margins. Now total margin is same. See, if you see, these all 3 amounts are same, but what will happen to GP? GP percentage, not this GP percentage, margin percentage. No, now see, margin percentage, as soon as I'll click on the margin percentage, it will give you correct result. Now we can do one more thing by clicking margin and select percentage and reduce to 1 decimal place. Okay. Now select on the blank area. Now guys, our sales dashboard is complete now. Now see, total sales 122 million, total cost 52 million, total margin 70 million, margin percentage is 57.3%. If I select 2007, our margin is 57.6%. In 2008, same. 2009, 56 point something. Guys, there is a poll. Please read it carefully. Although we haven't touched tiles, but we have created dashboard, data sets and reports. Visualization, yes, reports are form of visualization. Although you create visualization based on your reports. This is the next level step in the advanced level. For 44 seconds, 85. Okay, 92% out of total. How many submissions? Only 93 submissions. Okay, maybe some people are left for their Salah. I think that poll has created once again. Forty seconds, 80 participants. 98% said true. 54 seconds. %98 said true. Only 2% said false. Guys, it is true. I mean, data sets, reports, visualization, tiles are the building blocks of Power BI. Okay, guys, I was explaining you the, I mean, these are called the visual. See, if I select any visual card, it will show you, yeah, this is the card. This is the visual card. These are the visual displays. Visual card, first one is the sales, second one is the total cost, then total margin, margin percentage. Total margin, total cost, total percentage. And you can play with different types of results. Even you can bring in, the data format and any other slices, and you can dice and slice your results, right? Okay. So guys, this has we have created our first dashboards. I think it took hell of time, but I believe it is really very fantastic. Experience for you guys to learn the Power BI. Now you can start Power BI and create useful reports, useful dashboards later on. First, you need to you need to check. You need to create dashboard and focus on what are the core areas, which is the power query. The first power feature is the power query. You need to focus more and more on the power query to learn from the basic. So guys, I believe you have you like this dashboard, and you can by visiting, you can by rewatching my webinar again and again. Maybe one more time, if you have seen my webinar, you can create dashboards very easily. I will share this PBIX file and the source file with you guys, even the training slides, so that you can create this dashboard. Guys, we have 15 minutes more. I want you to learn the power query, which is really very amazing. So I want to ask from the our members, UAE branch council members, if there is any specific question, although other than the Q&A. If you guys have specific questions, so that it's a transition mode, I'll be moving towards another dashboard. I'll first show you the data, and we will I'll show you the tricks and trades. Yes, anyone please.
No, it's fine, Hafeez, Asif, it's okay.
Asif sir, I have one question.
Sure.
If we want, you have created this dashboard. If we want to export this dashboard into Excel, how we can do this one?
Mr. Kamar, you cannot export this dashboard in Excel, although this is really very good question. You cannot export this dashboard in Excel. Excel is totally different. See, if you notice, you cannot create some of the things, some of the features in Excel, but you can do one more thing. Why I will appreciate your question, because this is the advanced level. But if you're interested, I'll let you know how you can play with Excel. Okay. First, you need to publish. Why you need to publish? Because it will share your dashboard or this report. In fact, this is not the dashboard, this is the report. It will share your data sets and reports into the Power BI service. Let's suppose if I click publish, I don't think it will stop sharing my screen. So let's try. First, he asked me to save. I haven't saved yet. So I'll name it practice. Okay, now see, I am already logged in with Asif is my name. Means I have already created my work ID and integrated with the online service, the cloud-based service. Now it is driving me towards the cloud-based service. Will you see? Now, can you see here the publishing to dashboard success, Mr. Kamar? Can you see my screen published?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. Now got it. If I click open practice PBIX in Power BI, this is Power BI dashboard. Remember, this is what it is. This is Power BI dashboard. Now I'm going in Power BI, the cloud-based service.
Okay.
Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Signing in. I think it should have been signed before.
Screen gone.
Screen gone. Just a minute. Just a minute, please. 287689. 287689. 9. How I will share screen. I think now you can see.
It's coming, but loading is.
Yeah, I mean, you are on my screen now, right?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Guys, this is Power BI online service where you can create your dashboard. If it would have been the advanced level, so that I can show you what are the tiles and what are the visualization. So far we have touched, I mean, 2 pillars. Although, I mean, you will see that you might, I mean, say that this is the dashboard. This is not the dashboard. What we have created, this is the report basically. So see, here is the practice one. What is the beauty of Power BI online service, this cloud-based service, is whatever we have created, it will show us on our online service. It will show us Savior report use. It will show us on our tablets. It will show us on our mobile phones, etc. Now see, can you see this is the same dashboard, same dashboard report which we have created, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Now see, here you always can play with slicers, same as we were doing in Power BI desktop. I think it is taking time. Okay, now moving towards the Mr. Kamar's question, how we can create, can we take part of this dashboard, based dashboard in Excel? You cannot, but you can do one thing. See here, this is my workspace. I have created some of the dashboards. These are the dashboards, and these are the reports, and these are the workbooks. Did you see here the data sets? Under the data sets, did you find the practice? Okay, guys, there's another poll. You cannot create reports or visuals without using DAX and Power BI. I think it should have been very simple, but 1/3 and 2/3, there are different answers. "35 seconds and 89 polls. 33% said true, rest said false. Guys, just recall your memory. Don't you think that we have created reports without DAX as well, but apart from only GP%? Just think that one. I think it's time, and we have votes of 109 out of 109. 36% said true, and 64% said false. You cannot create, question is, you cannot create dashboard, but we can create dashboard without using DAX. We can create visuals. Yes, we have already created. So it is false. I mean, only 64% said that it is false. Okay, guys, leave this poll here. Mr. Kamar, can you see data sets here?
Yes, sir, I can see.
Yeah, Mr. Kamar, I would like to turn on your mic so that we can communicate. So you can see here, these are the ellipse. You just need to select these dots or ellipse. And did you see Analyze in Excel?
Yes.
Okay, click Analyze in Excel.
Okay.
and save. This is, see, what is this? Practice.odc. Save. Practice.odc and close this. Now go back to my Power BI. Got it. I think, can you see my screen, Power BI?
Still your
No.
old screen is showing.
Old mean, just a minute. Okay, let me stop sharing, and I don't know why it is so. Just a minute. I'm opening my Excel. Yes, Mr. Kamar, I think you can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I'll do, blank workbook, and I think you cannot see from where I'm dragging. I have downloaded this under my download option. I'm just dragging practice into either you can double click. It won't ask you. I mean, it won't give you the results. Just a minute. In Excel, drag and drop the file from your. I think, Kamar, you can see this option, Microsoft Excel Security Notice.
Sir, your screen is not showing. It's just browsing.
Okay.
There is some connectivity issue, I think so.
Okay, so let me stop and share again with Excel Book 2. Share. Now can you see?
Yes, sir, I can see now.
Okay, so you see here Microsoft Office has identified a potential security concern.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the practice.odc file. I'm just enabling this file. And after that, I'll click on maximize option so that it will show us the whole screen. Now you will be seeing my whole screen in Excel, correct?
Yes.
Okay, dear Kamar, first question is no, it cannot bring visuals from Power BI, but you can print visual, you can publish visual, you can bring visuals in PDF and in PPT form as well. But you can do one more thing. See, this is Excel file, and you will see here there are few tables, right? Now you can play here with the mixed flavor. Like you will select total sales, total margin, total cost, and margin percentage. If you remember, what are these? These are the measures, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want these results based on the product. I think it was product name. Well, yeah, brand name. Now you can create, I mean, your charts in Excel, and it is very easy. This is like exactly, I mean, pivot table, select on the pivot chart. Let's suppose you want this pivot chart, and you have created this chart.
Mr. Asif, before going to Power Pivot, there is common question like Kamar ask, guys are asking. Like if we cannot export in Excel, or how we can present to the management, they should also have the Power BI in their computer, or how we can present to them.
Okay, these are really very good questions, and these are the questions covered in the advanced level or the next level. Okay, we can answer this, but can we finish in 5 seconds so that we'll be discussing more in detail, and I will tell you more about the Power Query, which is the left area, which we haven't done. So Mr. Kamar, this way you can create your own charts without doing data modeling in Excel because these data models are already created in this report. If I want to show you the Power Pivot, this is exactly the same. I will jump in the Manage tab under the Data table, and it will show you the same data model which we have created in Power BI and exported in Excel. But visuals, you cannot take part in your Excel, but you can present your reports based on the PowerPoint presentation. So this
Yeah,
is,
thank you, sir.
this is exactly the same. If you see, these are the diagram view. Once it is the embedded here in the Power Pivot, it will show you the tables and its connectivity. I think it's taking time. Okay, no issue. Anyway, it will take time. I think we have half an hour session for question and answer. Meanwhile, that question and answers, I'll tell what we can do in, I think 10, give me only 10 minutes, what we can do more with the Power Cube. Okay, just leave that part because it is taking time. And
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
okay, so let me remove. So your question is answered. You can bring all the data with all the relations and data models in your Excel, but you cannot bring in visuals. So what you can do, okay, let me open, I think, this part. Screen share and okay. I think, can you see my screen on the web-based, I mean, cloud-based Power BI?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you notice here, these are the reports. This is the reports, and we have, in fact, data sets as well. We have, I mean, other options, but you can do very easily by selecting any. I erroneously, I mean, selected this practice from the data sets. So go back to report. Just select the practice report, and here is the option. The first option you will find under the file. It is taking time because it is cloud-based. So first, okay, guys, first you need to create your login under the Power BI cloud-based service so that you can publish your reports and you can consume your reports based on your requirements. See here, if this report has been selected, I mean, this is the report, and if I click file, it will give you multiple options. Yeah, did you see here the first option? Save a copy of this report. We don't need. Print this current page. You can print and it will print exactly whatever it is showing on the canvas. Then you can embed your report. You can embed even in SharePoint online directly from this Power BI service. You can publish to web. You can export in Power Pivot. You can export in PDF. So these two, you can even download a copy of PBX either from your desktop version or either from here. And you have these two useful options. Export to PowerPoint. As soon as you will select, it will export to PowerPoint. I have already, I mean, exported these files so that you can export. Let's export. Click on the export option. Now here you will see that export to PowerPoint is in progress. Your report practice is being exported to a PowerPoint file. It will be exported exactly the same way it is portrayed on this canvas. Any other question from panelists so that we can move forward?
Asif, we have some pool of 10 questions where there are some options given 1, 2, 3, 4. So can we publish now?
Sorry, yeah, sure. No problem. It will take time. Yes, this is the best time to consume.
Yes.
Asif, just one simple question. Can you differentiate between Power BI that we are learning now, Power BI Desktop and Power BI Pro? So I can
Okay.
see 3 different versions. So
Yeah. Guys, first thing is the desktop version, which I work and create the dashboard, pull data from using the Power Query and prepare some reports based on the data model and relation after creating the relationship. That was the Power BI desktop. The other version is the Power BI, which I'm showing here, and I'm using the Pro version. These are the two interlinked things. If you are not using Pro version, you cannot pull data from Power BI service. So this is the Power BI service, and you can if you see here, this is, you can see the Pro trial 49 days left. Mr. Abdul Rahman, can you see here the Pro trial? So I'm using the Pro version. In Pro version, you can consume data, you can select and analyze in Excel. Without Pro, you cannot use analyze in Excel. So I think that has been answered. Correct me if I'm...
and also for login, you have to have your office email address. Am I right?
Yes.
Official.
Exactly. Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail, etc. This won't work this won't work. To create your login here. Okay.
Here is another poll for.
Okay, guys. Let me come back to poll later, but I think let me show you the PowerPoint. Can you see my screen?
Asif, poll is going on. Questions are going on the poll.
Sorry, what's going on?
Polling is going on. The last 10 questions are coming on screen.
Okay, no issue. So let me go back to poll. We have how many minutes for poll?
Asif sir, meanwhile, another question.
Sure.
If there are restrictions from the official email address by using, you cannot use the official email address, then is there any way forward? There is any way out?
Dear Kamar, I'm using since 2015, even before it was published. And what I did, I created a work email. I mean, the dummy work email you can create. I created, 2, 3. You can create your own, any other work email. I think, I don't remember it at that time, but my colleague was in IT guy in Qatar, and he helped me to create @solutions.com. I think that was something. So there are some, you can find out the net, or you can check from any IT expert. He can guide you better. So that you can create for your own work. Even I will tell you, you can create for your office works, even if it is not allowed while publishing on on the web, and you can create different reports and help your organization and help your managers or the higher management. But important is to convince them why we can go for Power BI. Power BI is a growing community, and many organizations from Europe and America, they are adopting Power BI. But I would like to, ask from our panelists.
Poll is finished now.
And anyone's company, anyone is using officially Power BI in their company? Mr.
No.
Abdurrahman,
Yes, sir.
maybe in Diva.
I am using Power BI, but not up to very extent level, only basic level, because some reports are being generated by the head office, and we can view these reports from the Power BI. That's all. Like, I'm not preparing the reports on it.
Okay. So
here is
yes.
one reply, like ICMA member can use ICMA email address if I think.
Really? Do we have ICMAP @ICMAP.com something email?
Yes. Every member has.
Every member has. Okay.
Yes.
And do we have the pro version or ICMAP? I don't think so. It is just for the registration, I believe.
Every member has the email address from icmap.com.
That's fine. And how we can check this?
Online login, so you will create it online. Access for the
Thanks.
ICMA portal.
Thanks. This is
Asif,
useful.
the polling result is done. So can we discuss on Q&A and finish it out?
Yeah.
We are running out of time.
This poll result is there, and
okay. So first question is, power feature of Power BI was first introduced with, of course, it is Excel. Second question, the principle arrived of Power BI depended on it is Excel. Guys, there was add-in. I don't know how many of you are already using add-in. I'm using Excel since 1995. Before I was using Lotus, then I started work in 2001, joined oil and gas sector in 2002, where there was a big data, and I learned a lot. Data Explorer was add-in available in 2008, early 2008 or late 2007. Then with the package of Office 2010, they first released Power Pivot and Power Query. So it was available and Power View was available in 2013 Office Pack. Then Get and Transform, they released in 2016. Then they released another version of 2019 Office and in 365. Some of the insights are available. If you're using Office 365, you will see a special ideas, I think, ideas tab in Excel. So principle, of course, is Excel. Here, almost everyone is correct. Number 3, Power BI was first discharged to the overall population, correct? 2015, it is 24th July 2015. Then question number 4 remains for, Power BI remains for. It is the abbreviation of course, business intelligence. And guys, let me tell you one thing. Recently in Power BI They are releasing updates after before they were releasing after every 1 month. Now they are releasing, after 2 months. And recently they have incorporated artificial intelligence. And for your easiness, those who are, I could see some of the comments that I'm Python lover. Yes, Python is coming in Excel. Python and R scripts are already there in Power BI. Although this is the business intelligence, but they are more focusing on artificial intelligence. Number 5th question, the free Power BI adaptation has a data limit point of confinement of, it is 1 GB, not 500 GB, it is 1 GB. Number 6, although I didn't tell, but many people answers, the pro form of Power BI has what number of GB? It is the 10 GB client per client. Number 7, this is again, I didn't tell, but Power BI Plus is accessible. Yes, it is very cheap. First is free. Now Power BI Plus is available, $10 per month. Yes, you can enjoy Power BI feature with $10 per month. Number 8, the Power BI portable application is accessible for all these with the exception of BlackBerry. Of course, I'm using iOS, Apple phone. Yes, you can use your Power BI. Android, Windows, iPhone, but BlackBerry, no. Number 9. What is the language name of Power Query get and transform data in Power BI? Guys, I'll repeat question. I think there are a mix of answers. What is the language name of Power Query or get and transform data in Power BI? This is before the data model. Data model language is DAX, but this is the M language. M is for data monkey. M language is the Power Query language. So it is M, but unfortunately only 7% are correct here. Number 9. What is the language name of Power Query get and transform data in Power BI? I think this is number 10 last. What is the programming language name of Power Pivot in Excel and or data modeling? Of course it is DAX. And you know how DAX has changed the shape of dashboard and the visualization. I think that's stop sharing results, and that's fine. Stop sharing. Yes, I have stopped sharing, and I think now it will be open for the panelists or for any other specific question by the attendees. Now I request all the panelists to kindly unmute your mic and let's discuss in detail, whatever you want.
Intezar, do you have any other questions? So we can finish this.
Yes, I have from the participants, how we can create the PDF and PPT from this dashboard.
Okay, Mr. Insar, I just shown to Mr. Kamar when you go to Power BI, from where you can create the third last and the second last option were the PowerPoint and PDF format. From there you can create. But if you want to create PDF, it is available in desktop version as well. Click on the file, save as, and you will see there you can print on the PDF.
Okay. Second question is how can we show this report to our management? Do they must have Power BI in their computer, or we can publish in PDF or email or PPT?
You can show on your PPT format only if you have Pro version. Let me show you. If you remember, can you see my screen? I don't think. Just a minute. Let me. I think how I can show my screen. Can anyone help? I think I'm not able to see my screen. I just click the stop sharing.
Share screen again.
Just a minute, I think it is there. Yes, share screen and PowerPoint presentation. Please confirm if you can see the PowerPoint presentation.
Yes, we can see.
Oh, okay. Yes, Mr. Insar, if you see, I clicked on the download button as a PowerPoint presentation. Now see here, editing, enable editing. This is the first page and it is linked. If you see here, these are the links, Power BI, and last updated and last downloaded at what time. Now the next slide is what we have created first and then the dashboard. Now see, these are the dashboards, but you cannot, play with the slices by clicking 2007 and it will show you the results. But with the help of PowerPoint presentation, you can embed and you can show them whatever it is. Hello, any other question, please?
इंतजार यानी वे any question? इंतजार, राना इंतजार.
Meanwhile, any other can answer. I think Mr. Insar is busy reading the questions, important questions. Meanwhile, if any other can throw light. I believe everybody like how you can create easily this dashboard. Yes, Mr. Kumar.
There is one question, Mr. Asif. Can
Yeah.
Power BI used for the auditing? Can Power BI help in internal and external auditing?
Although Power BI is only for the management, it is not, it is the third-party tool, but it is using your source of data. Data source is your personal data, so I don't think that you will be able to share it with your auditors because they are more interested in the data, not the reports. But you can do one thing, that you can create your dashboards, you can create your reports and place elsewhere, maybe in the audit file, and you can fetch data, because there is option for every slices. You can pull data. You can pull data in Excel or in CSV format, and you can share it with your auditors.
Mr. Asif, your presentation is perceived very well and it made people more interested in Power BI. Now, most of the people are asking that what kind of links you can share. If there is any link, web link, you can share with them where they can learn more about the Power BI.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kamar, and thanks everyone who liked my presentation. Although this presentation, this is really very basic program, and if it made you struggle learning the tricks and trades of Power BI, believe me, it is the best time to invest in and learn Power BI. Yes, I can share, and I'll be sharing with UAE Branch Council, and I have some of the books which I have been sharing. On my UAE groups, KSA groups, and Qatar groups, etc. So I have already shared many books. There are few books I have already purchased, Microsoft books, and I will urge everybody, if you can, invest something in books, hard copies and in soft copies, please do. As a Microsoft certified trainer, I'm allowed 50%, in fact 55% nowadays on the soft book and 50% from the ebooks. If you want to become a Microsoft certified trainer and or you want to enjoy 50%, I think there is on every Monday Microsoft Release Press. Kindly note, if anybody can do Microsoft Release Press, they issue only for the soft books 50% off or 55% off. Every Monday, I think they release, and you can check whenever it comes for Power BI. Yes, you can, but still there are a lot of free resources available. There are many books. I'll be sharing again with I think Kamar or Mr. Intezar, so that you will get your copies.
Thank you, sir. Intezar Sahab, if there is no other question, we can move towards the vote of thanks.
Yeah, sure. There is no question right now. I
What
think
we
so.
can,
Time to time, we gave all the answers.
Intezar, if we can have email address, or you can share the email address if they have some questions, so they can ask through email, and so we can close this now, so they can be reply later on like this.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Insar, I think I would like to say thanks. I really enjoyed being your trainer. I love people learning Power BI. Please, it is the best time. Although we are in the era, maybe in the 40 plus or nearly 40, but it's the best time to invest in yourself. And believe me, Power BI is a very useful tool. I can share some of the insights to get the projects on Power BI worldwide. You will see, I mean, I cannot share, I mean, this is not the right platform, but believe me, if you are equipped with these tricks and tricks and the visualization tools, you are and empowering yourself, you are the leader in the market. There are two options, either lost in the crowd or stand out of the crowd. So option is yours.
Thank you very much, Asif Sahab. Now I would like to request our chairman, UAE Branch Council, Mr. Mohammed Fareed, to present vote of thanks for the trainer and for the participants. Sir, Mr. Mohammed Fareed.
Thank you, Kamar. Sorry, you can't see me because my laptop camera is not working. I, on behalf of UAE Broad Council, ICMA Pakistan, and the entire team of CBT Committee of ICMA Pakistan, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to Mr. Asif Hafeez, FCMA, our trainer, for gracing your important work and sharing with us experience and training us on Microsoft Power BI today. I want to thank Mr. Atif Salim, FCMA Chairman, National CBT Committee, and all other members of the UAE Branch Council, ICMA Pakistan, and especially thanks to all the participants who spared their precious time to attend the Microsoft BI webinar today. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Mr. Asif Hafeez for his efforts towards introduction and explanation of the Microsoft Power BI. I would like to take this opportunity to place on record our hearty thanks to Mr. Amir Ijaz, Executive Director, and Mr. Asim Hussain, Director, Members, Professional Development and Corporate Trainings, for the perfect logistical support and guidance that he has extended to all of us at this webinar. I also want to extend my thanks to Mr. President Saul Mustafa Awan, FCMA, for his efforts to build a great image of ICMA Pakistan all over the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, an event like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated colleagues of ICMA Pakistan who know their job and are result-oriented. Finally, I once again thank Mr. Asif Hafeez, respected representatives and officials of ICMA Pakistan and the participant of this webinar. Thanks again for making this webinar a success. Lastly, I want to say a quote by Henry Ford that anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. So keep learning and be young. Have a nice evening. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.
Thank you very much, friends. Thank you for joining and participating in this program. Thank you very much. Goodbye. See you in the next phase, next training.
Thank you, everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.